So you met Sandy and you had the tickets before the concert, correct? Waterloo we're talking about.
We had our 2 tickets.
And what, if anything, happened with regard to Mr. Damiano before this concert?
He was on the phone with somebody. You know, I could only hear it, and I don't remember his conversation, but he was talking about the tickets, and there'll be tickets. He was trying to get 4 tickets for the show.
Well, let's back up for a minute. Let's back up for a minute.
Sure.
Did there come a time when Mr. Damiano called you about the Waterloo concert?
Oh, I'm not sure who called who.
At some point, you and he started talking about the Waterloo concert.
Yes.
What happened next with regard to you and he going to the Waterloo concert together?
Well, I think I was already planning on going.
Right.
Because I had my tickets already when I got to Jimmy's house. I know I've had my tickets already, so.
So there came a time when you went to Mr. Damiano's house?
Before the show, and he was planning on going too.
Was that the day of the show?
Yes.
And you went to his house for the purpose of going to the show together?
Yes.
At the time, he was trying to get 4 tickets to the show?
Yes. On the phone.
You already had 2 tickets?
Right.
And he was going to get 4 to give you 2 on the theory that maybe he can get better tickets?
That may have been his thinking at the time.
Okay, and what happened next?
Well, when we got to the show, he went to the window, and there was 4 tickets there for him.
And did you and Sandy and Pam and Mr. Damiano go to the concert?
We walked in. Yes, we did go to the concert. I didn't know how good his seats were, so me and Sandy kept the tickets that we originally had. And I wish I didn't do that because his seats were a lot better, but I wish I didn't do that because his seats were much better.
Because you could have scalped them and just taken his, right?
I could have scalped mine and set with his, but instead I did the opposite.
Right.
To get some money for Pam. And they weren't going to sell them. And I said, Pam, why don't I go try to sell these for you? And she liked the idea, and so I went back to the line, and I sold them for a cost, face value. I didn't scalp them.
So you sold...
Face value, and I gave the money to Pam.
You sold your 2 tickets that you had previously bought.
No, I wish I did that. I sold 2 of the tickets that he received at the window.
I see.
Right.
And you sat in your seats.
Yes.
And they sat in their seats.
Yes.
Where were your seats?
Way off to the left of the stage. Mm-hmm. Very corner left, and it was maybe a dozen rows back or something.
On the floor?
Yeah, it's under the 10, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Under the 10. Sorry.
And how did it come that you scalped their 2 as opposed to your 2?
Well, I think I said I wasn't sure how good his seats were. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I was thinking at the time, whether I got my tickets earlier and maybe they were better, but I don't know. I sold their 2 tickets. I wish I didn't because they had much nicer seats.
And do you remember how much you got for the 2 tickets?
No, it was face value, whatever it was. I don't know.
Okay. After selling the tickets for face value...
Because they had them at the box office. They weren't sold out.
Sure, I understand. After selling them the tickets, you then watched the concert from your seats,
yes,
off on the side, and Mr. Damiano, Mrs. Damiano sat
with the other 2 people.
The 2 people.
Yes, a couple that I sold the tickets to, and they said, "Excellent seats, thanks."
And what, if anything, did Mr. Damiano tell you about where he got the 4 seats on the night in question?
Okay.
And sir,
yes,
when I say on the night in question, I'm asking you to tell us whether you remember if he said anything to you about where he got the tickets on the night in question as opposed to some other time.
I remember him being on the phone in the kitchen for about 15-20 minutes talking to some guy about the tickets. And I only know he said the guy's name Anthony Tiller, but he didn't I mean, that's all I know.
Okay. And do you remember where Mr. Damiano's seats were?
They were, I would say, pretty much on center, maybe 6 rows back, maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. They were nice seats.
And was the theater full that evening?
It was pretty full. Tent, you know, the tent was full.
Remember what the weather was?
I know we were under the tent. So if it was raining, it wasn't. We weren't affected by it. If it was raining, I have been to shows. So I tried to think of this before. I have been to shows there that it has been raining, but I don't know if it was this one or not. It could have been raining.
Now, prior to the concert, what, if anything, did Mr. Damiano tell you about why he was going to the concert?
We had a book of songs that Jimmy composed, and we were gonna give them to Bob. I was gonna meet Bob.
You were going to meet Bob?
Yes, I was hoping to.
Okay, and why don't you tell us about what caused you to hope that you were going to meet Bob that night?
Well, when I saw the tickets that were there at the window, I was pretty sure I was going to meet Bob that night.
Why is that?
Because he was, I don't know, he said we were gonna.
Mr. Damiano told you he was going to meet Bob.
Well, we're going to give songs to Bob, yes.
And did he tell you, sir, that he had a date with Mr.
No. No, I still, believe it. When I see it, I kind of had that kind of an attitude, but...
Well, my question is, what did Mr. Damiano tell you about what was going to happen?
Well, we had the manila yellow envelope with songs in it and a demo tape of Another Justification, and we were going to give that to Bob.
Okay, my question to you, sir, is what did Mr. Damiano tell you about what was going to happen after the concert, before the concert ended?
That was the whole plan, that we were going to meet with Bob and give him the songs, see what he thinks.
And this is something that he told you was going to happen?
Well,
as opposed to something that he hoped would happen?
Yeah, I don't know which he hoped. I kind of hoped, and he thought it was more than hope, no more.
And did he tell you why he believed that he was going to meet Mr. Dillon? After the concert in Waterloo Village on September 10th, 1988?
Objection. Why he believes. No.
Well, sir.
Well, I got the impression somehow, but I'm not sure.
Well, sir, did he tell you that he and Mr. Dillon had spoken on the telephone and arranged to meet backstage after the concert?
Not him and Dillon, no.
Did he tell you that Mr. Dillon sent him a letter beforehand, arranging to meet him backstage after the concert?
No.
Did he tell you that Mr. Dillon's manager and he had spoken and arranged for Mr. Damiano to meet Mr. Dillon backstage after the concert?
Not exactly in those words, but it was, if Anthony Tiller's his manager, that's, I don't know.
Well, what impression, sir, did you have before you went backstage about what was going to happen?
I was under the impression that we were going to meet, that I was finally going to get to meet Bob. I'm sorry, I was under the impression that I was going to finally get to meet with Bob Dylan.
Try to keep it at that level.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
And sir, what did Mr. Damiano tell you, as best you can remember, that led you to believe that you were finally going to get to meet Bob Dylan backstage at Waterloo on September 10th, 1988? Not the exact words, but what in substance did he tell you?
It wasn't so much what he told me. It was when we got there and the tickets, we got the 4 tickets at the window, And then I was under the impression Jimmy was on the level and all with me, you know. I didn't know if all he was saying is true or not.
On the level about what?
About that we're going to get to meet with Bob.
And you said all that he was saying. What was he saying about what would happen backstage?
Well, this is all the stuff that, all the stuff that he would say, I would just take as anybody saying, rambling on. And when I listened to him, and I never really totally believed it.
Well, what was he? What I'm trying to establish is what it is that he was saying when he was rambling on.
That we're gonna meet with Bob. Would be in no time. We're gonna sit down, and he's gonna sit down and write with him. He wants to do that.
Fine. And did he tell you how he came to believe that?
Not so much telling me, but if he told me anything, right, I was under the impression that he was working with people that were very close to Bob.
Did Mr. Damiano tell you, in substance, that he was working with people very close to Bob, which would enable him, after this concert, to sit down with Bob Dylan?
I certainly got that impression. Whether he told me or how I got that impression, I'm not sure. I can't remember.
You got that impression from words that you had with Mr. Damiano?
Yes. I can't remember exactly how.
Do you remember whether he told you what position Mr. Tiller had?
Oh, no.
Well, did you believe, before going backstage, that Mr. Tiller was someone who was, as you said, close to Bob Dylan?
At the time, I didn't believe anything unless I see it myself.
Okay, I understand that my question was a bad one. Did Mr. Damiano tell you in substance that Mr. Tiller was close to Bob Dylan?
Yes.
Do you remember what he said about that subject?
No. I know they talked on the phone, you know. Remember, he mentioned Anthony Tiller a number of times to me.
And when he mentioned Anthony Tiller a number of times to you, was that at about the same time, 1988?
Yeah.
What did he say when he mentioned Anthony Tiller?
Oh, boy. Just that he was working with him, and he was giving Anthony his music. He was giving music that he wrote to Tiller and hoping that it would get him somewhere.
Did Mr. Damiano tell you in substance that Tony Tiller had arranged for him to go backstage after Waterloo to meet with Bob Dylan?
Oh, yes.
You said you were carrying a manila yellow envelope which contained written lyrics plus a demo tape of Another Justification?
Yes.
Do you remember which lyrics were contained on the pieces of paper in the envelope?
No.
How many songs were in the envelope?
I'd say a stack about a 1/4 inch thick.
Were any of them titled, sir? Or were these the poems that
I
were
can't say for sure.
Objection to the formal question.
Who was carrying the manila envelope during the concert?
During the concert, he was carrying them.
And what, if anything, did he tell you about what was in the envelope?
Oh, I knew what was in the envelope.
How did you know that?
I knew that they were songs beforehand. That's why we bring them.
And what, if anything, withdrawn. Did Mr. Damiano tell you before this concert that he had already met with Mr. Dylan?
I believe there was a time. I believe it was before, but I'm not absolutely sure.
Well, sir, did you believe that when you were going to meet Bob Dylan after the concert, that Mr. Damiano and Mr. Dylan already had a relationship of some sort?
Did I believe it?
Well, was that something that Mr. Damiano
Said it and
said to you?
yeah, he said it, but did I believe it? No.
Okay. And what did he say to you about a pre-existing relationship between Mr. Dylan and Mr. Damiano?
Not that there was much of a relationship, or if any, but he wanted, his goal was to sit down and write with Bob.
My question is, what, if anything, did Mr. Damiano tell you at this concert about whether he and Mr. Dylan had already sat down together?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I remember Pam even telling me the night before, the night of the show, before we went, she was telling me something about the meeting with Bob. So, yes, it was that they met before the show. So they did talk about it, that they met before.
When do you guys want, I see, I think we should try to take a break and get a bite to eat, and because the witness seems to be fading a little bit.
No, all right. So many questions.
Let's do that.
Do you want to take a break now?
Sure.
Let's take a half an hour.
Yeah.
Come on, Brad.
All right, bud.